Whew. Well, good evening, good people. Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. Hope you guys enjoyed E2 Blues live stream from here at Joe Boo Sports headquarters. Hope you enjoyed our live stream during the day. This year, the NFL is upside down, and you have to, after seeing some of these games, I need to go back and see what Kansas City was down 14-9 last time I checked. It's really a week-to-week league. You know, we thought that Kansas City and Buffalo were the, best teams that are going, and here it is. Kansas City's kind of struggling with the Titans with the backup quarterback. Although knowing Kansas City, they're always that fourth-quarter team, and Pat Mahomes always has a way of coming back and winning. But Buffalo losing to the Jets, that was one of those ones that, wow, that was crazy to see that. But hey, the NFL is about change. For our Cowboys, we know we have, apparently, there's interest for the Cowboys and Odell. Odell apparently has interest in the Cowboys. The rehab, supposedly, he's supposed to be done with rehab this week. We'll see if anything happens from that. Going into this week, this is a big week. In fact, the next 3 weeks are huge. We've got the Green Bay Packers that are on a 5-game losing streak. Then we got the Minnesota Vikings. And then we have Thanksgiving. God, Thanksgiving is only 2.5 weeks away. Thanksgiving on Thursday with the New York stinking Giants. Guys, this is probably the most important stretch that we have right now. And who would have thought that the Green Bay Packers playing the Packers in Lambeau Field would probably be the game that you look at and say is the easiest one. Now, for those out there, it's amazing how they talk about, or they will say that Aaron Rodgers, of course, misses having Devontae Adams in his receivers, that his receivers aren't that good. And his receivers did have some drops. They ended up being across midfield, I think, 9 of their 10 possessions. I think one was a kneel down before the half. Yet they could not convert. Aaron Rodgers, his interceptions, they were not like tip passes that were, not his fault. They were Aaron Rodgers' fault. I don't know what Aaron Rodgers will say as far as who's going to blame, but Aaron Rodgers needs to look in the mirror there and say, I'm at fault. And this is against the Detroit Lions, who had one of the worst defenses in football. Now, interesting thing. The Eagles beat the Texans in a close game. Everybody praises the Eagles. They talk about how good they were, even though they gave up 168 yards to the Texans on the ground. Oh my God, the Eagles, they're 8-0. Is this the best Eagle team that we've ever seen? Yeah, right, okay. The Cowboys, we beat the Bears 49-29. They end up getting 240 yards on the ground. Mind you, the Bears by far are the best rushing team in football. Against Miami, Justin Fields had 178 yards. They rushed for 252 yards. The score, 35-33. We're talking about the Bears. Miami is supposed to be one of the best teams out there. Yet the Bears scored 32 and had a chance at winning that game. I can't wait to see tomorrow if they say that there's red flags for the Miami Dolphins. And Brother Ross, I know you're going to be hitting me. I know you're going to be hitting me on this tomorrow morning, but that's fine. That's fine. Tampa Bay rearing its ugly head. Tampa Bay and Tom Brady, the man that just won't seem to go away. I think if the playoffs were to start tomorrow, I think we'd be playing Tampa Bay in Tampa. Yeah, we'd be playing Tampa Bay in Tampa. Hate Tom Brady. Hate Tom Brady. Anyway, the only way we get a home playoff game is to win the division. What today should show you is anybody can beat you. Anybody can beat you. That is a fact. Now, the Cowboys going against the Packers. The Packers, they got issues. The Packers, I saw a tweet in there that was kind of joking, but it said, after this game against the Lions, the Packers probably ran out of walking boots and crutches. Aaron Jones left in a walking boot along with like 6 or 7 other guys being injured. Their team is beat the hell up. Aaron Rodgers looks completely out of it. Aaron Rodgers is no longer the bad man. He's just bad. And the Cowboys have the opportunity to bury their season. Mike McCarthy has a chance to enact a little bit of revenge. Or we bring life to the Green Bay Packers. Right now, the Cowboys are 4.5-point favorites on the road. Now, typically, the home team gets 3 points. So on a neutral site, they're basically saying the Cowboys are a touchdown and a half-point better than the Green Bay Packers. Cowboys need to take care of business on that game. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. I believe, and maybe I'm crazy, I know it doesn't look like it when we look at the schedule, but I feel like the Eagles are going to lose a game before we play on Christmas Eve. You look at that schedule, it doesn't look like, you don't see where it is. But the NFL season is crazy because, with the exception of the Eagles, who have had their scares, they've had their one-score games. I still feel like they're headed for a letdown. I'm not going to say that playing the Washington Commanders, who seem to have found a little bit of mojo with the excitement of the possibility of Dan Snyder being gone. They had an opportunity to beat Kirk freaking Cousins, but unfortunately, they made a mistake down the stretch that ended up killing them. But they were going toe for toe, and they were putting the wood to Kirk Cousins and the Minnesota Vikings. So, division games are tough. And the Eagles have the Giants, and they have Washington. So we'll see what we see. But this week will be interesting, getting ready for the Green Bay Packers, as well as the Odell Beckham sweepstakes. Basically, they're saying that there's going to be quite a few teams that are lining up. The question will be is, who does Odell Beckham have on his short list? Because you can want them all you want, but he's the one that can decide on where he wants to be. And if we are to believe Michael Irvin, that he has his eyes set on the Dallas Cowboys, then maybe that's going to be the case. So anyway, it's been a long day. I got a lot of work to do tomorrow. I'm going to be down the country. I got to get a rental property flipped over in a week. So I have a lot of work to do, including getting these cabinet doors and cabinet pieces ready to go tomorrow. So, as always, I appreciate you guys. And remember to tell the people you love them. because you might not get the chance again. And I love you guys. And God willing, I'll see you tomorrow. Peace out.